Hey Internet, my name is Sebbi and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Sunday, January 11th, 2015, and yeah, we do have two visitors, two green visitors we need to welcome with some arrows. So let me sneak up on them and 1, 2, 3, and okay, I missed. 4. Well done, well done. Okay, now I can finish them off with my diamond sword. 1 and 2. Very good, very good. Okay, so we have welcomed these two green guys, and now I like to move over to the new building site where I like to create my new house. And at first I like to place a couple of dirt blocks out there to see how large the new building will become, and yeah, to measure a few things. And then yesterday, Saturday, we had the successful Falcon 9 launch with the Dragon capsule up to the International Space Station, and yeah, it was a successful launch. It was a beautiful nighttime launch, and I was able to follow the whole launch from via the SpaceX webcast. It was pretty amazing, and yeah, then it was also once again pretty amazing to see all the different perspectives of the launch coverage, because of course they had several cameras at the launch pad, and then they had also cameras attached to the rocket itself, and they had once again a camera inside the fuel tank of the upper stage, of the second stage, and it was pretty interesting to see how the fuel was drained out of the fuel tank. And yeah, all in all, it was a successful launch. And then also speaking about the fuel tank camera, it was then interesting as they reached orbit and they had the cutoff of the second stage, how the leftover fuel was floating inside this fuel tank. It immediately formed these small bubbles, and then these bubbles were floating around, and well, this was really an interesting perspective. And they had even a camera on the outside of the Dragon capsule, and so we were able to see the deployment of the solar arrays. And well, this was all the time, or this is all the time, a really great and amazing feature. And well, this was such a really amazing to see all the great perspectives. And okay, I'm now thinking a little bit. What should I do? Should I remove this layer, or should I keep this layer? I don't want to change too much the environment, but on the other hand, I need a flat area, so maybe I will remove this layer and even these layers over there to have really a great and huge building area. This might be useful. Maybe I will just at first remove the layer until here, so that I do have half of the mountain for my building process, and then I will see here how far I can come, and maybe I have to remove a little bit more, but we will see. Then this Falcon 9 launch was also the first attempt of landing the first stage back on the Earth, or better, back on top of a barge out in the Atlantic Ocean. And well, it wasn't a success. The rocket crashed. I just wrote down a tweet from Elon Musk. Ship itself is fine. Some of the support equipment on the deck will need to be replaced. So yeah, they managed to land this, well, not to land, but to crash land the first stage of the Falcon 9 rocket on top of the barge. Unfortunately, the thing then crashed, so it was a hard landing. But well, okay, it was basically it was a failure, so the first stage hasn't survived. But on the other hand, when you think about, okay, you launched a rocket up into space, and the first stage reached the edge of space, and then from hypersonic flight it reduced its velocity, and it even managed to reach this barge and to to land, well, not to land, but to reach the barge and to crash on top of the barge. And well, this is already a great achievement, because when you think about, okay, the barge itself, I want to remove this flower. Okay, the barge itself might be a little bit small, well, not, might look really huge, but when you look at this barge from space or from high altitude, then this huge ship will become pretty small. And to really be able to reach the barge and to be able to well, to crash on it is already a great accomplishment. So they had well, I would call it what was the right term, a partial success or so. Yeah, this was really amazing, and I think it's a great achievement. And they can now continue their work with the reusable first stage. They have the next Falcon 9 rocket launch scheduled for the end of this month, for the end of January. And I think there they like to try, or to give it a second try, to land the thing once again on the supply barge. And well, this might be really amazing. And I think one of the problems, I'm not quite sure if I have the right numbers in mind, but they need, for I think for these girder fins, some hydraulic fuel, or I'm not quite sure what kind of fuel they needed. But they ran out of fuel shortly before the landing, and I think it was even Elon Musk who said they were off by about 10% or something like this. So it was already pretty close to the what do I wait, before I can continue, I wanted to have the opportunity to view even my airfield. So I need to build this house. I even like to have a view over to my old cabin, so I need to build it more on this side of the mountain. Okay, so I think I have to fill up also this part over here. Okay, and yeah, so they were a little bit off with their, was it hydraulic fuel? I'm not quite sure. Something, I have to check it once again. Let me remove this. But well, it was still a great accomplishment. And yeah, so I wish them the best luck for their second attempt. And well, the prediction, or even Elon Musk itself said, okay, the chances for a successful return of the first stage is only about 50%, and at least they managed to get the thing down to the barge. And well, this was pretty cool and pretty amazing. And yeah, so whoa, this is a steep drop. I'm really looking forward to see more of it, and to see a little bit more about the results. Unfortunately, they were not able to record any video or any images from the landing or the crash landing itself, because apparently they had, of course, they had nighttime, and so it was pitch black, and then they had also some fog, and so they were not able to record anything. At first I thought, or I hoped for, that they would have installed a few cameras to this barge, so that they are able to film and to record the actual landing. But yeah, apparently they haven't done this, or oh, this is a huge space for a house. Okay, I have now to create the outline. And yeah, so apparently they haven't done this, or well, they I'm not quite sure what they have done, or if they just keep the footage now secret. But here, it's we don't have footage, but they can now look into the other data and the actual pieces lying on top of the barge, and yeah, so they can hopefully reconstruct what went wrong and look into the data and analyze everything so that they are hopefully a little bit more successful with their second attempt of creating a reusable first stage. And yeah, this would be really amazing. And okay, what else is going on? It's a little bit related to spaceflight, but it's more related to my YouTube videos, because maybe I have missed a major event, or I'm not quite sure, but my Take on Mars videos are surprisingly quite popular. So I got a lot of views, I got a lot of comments on my Take on Mars videos, even on the pretty old ones I have recorded during the basically first period of my YouTube career, as I needed to find my YouTube personality and how to speak in front of my monitor and doing all this crazy YouTube stuff. And yeah, so I'm really surprised that well, I'm not quite sure what is going on. Why suddenly the Take on Mars videos are so successful. I read a comment that well, no one else apparently is creating Take on Mars videos. I'm not quite sure. I haven't checked this, and well, it still surprises me that these videos are that successful. And well, I even started to record some more episodes of Take on Mars. Well, that's not true. I just recorded one episode of Take on Mars because then I ran out of time. And yeah, so, but I will continue creating some more episodes and videos of Take on Mars. And well, this is pretty interesting. And well, of course, I also enjoy playing this game, and so I have a lot of fun. But I'm really surprised that it's that successful. I haven't expected this. And so yeah, this is pretty cool. And then I also, as you might have seen yesterday, I started recording or playing Spin Tires once again. And here it was a typical start into Spin Tires. I started a new map, and well, flower, I was exploring the new map, and well, of course, there was a puddle, and I thought, okay, I can just drive through the puddle, but no, it was a little bit too deep, and as usual, I drowned my vehicle, and then, well, of course, I needed to drive there with a different vehicle to rescue it, and well, it's a usual Spin Tires gameplay of losing your vehicles, getting stuck in the mud, and no, I can't place a bread here. I want to place dirt. Getting stuck in the mud and rescuing, and yeah, so Spin Tires is back. Then, of course, Long Dark will continue, and well, it's a little bit spoiler alert because I haven't release these episodes, but you might be interested, or you should definitely check out these. Will I really create a building with these dimensions? Wow, I'm not quite sure. It looks a little bit too large. I'm not quite sure if this is not a little bit too big. If I would create a house of this size. Ooh, I'm not quite sure what should I do with so much space. I like to have a smelting room where I can smelt a lot of things. I'm I'm not quite sure. I'm currently thinking about this was an idea I had as I was thinking about what can I do with this house. I had this smelting system for my airfield, as I created a chest and a hopper and the furnace and another hopper just to smelt different things. And I like to do this across multiple floors, so that I have maybe on the first floor the chest where I can throw in all the stuff I like to smelt, and then in the other floor, on the floor below the first floor, or below the floor where I have this chest, I like to have the actual furnace and the chest where I can get all the final material. So I like to spread this a little bit across different floors. So I will also try to build a tall building. And yeah, I'm not quite sure if this is not a little bit too large. What would be maybe half of the size? Maybe if I do something like this, how would this look like? It's still pretty large, but maybe a little bit more manageable. And then I'm also not quite sure what kind of material will I use. It would look really amazing if I would be able to use these brick stones, but I'm not quite sure if I'm able to get enough clay. And so yeah, I'm not quite sure. Then I'm also thinking about creating maybe, I'm not quite sure if I like to place maybe some redstone or anything like this inside these walls. I maybe or I might need. I have to check this. I might need basically a service tunnel or a service shaft where I can move between the walls. So I have an outside wall, I have an interior wall, and then I have the service path where I can install some redstones, or I'm not quite sure if this is working this way. I'm not so much the builder in Minecraft. Well, I'm not so much the builder in Minecraft, and then I have created this airfield over there. But I'm not so much into all these special things of building something in Minecraft. But yeah, okay. I like to build this house up here, and yeah, then the next question is the material. I need to check this. I guess I had some of this. I have a lot of snowballs. I need to check the name. So, yeah, Take on Mars, somehow pretty popular. I'm not quite sure why, but yeah, it's nice to see that these videos are apparently quite popular. And while I was recording now, oh, I was talking about Long Dark. So yeah, ouch. You should definitely check out the upcoming Long Dark videos, because I discovered something very interesting. I was totally surprised as I discovered this, and yeah, I'm pretty amazed by the resulting episodes. They will be published over there maybe next, and yeah, maybe over the next 2 weeks, I guess. And this was pretty cool and polished diorite here. And this, would it be interesting to create a house out of this material? Huh. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I can create some kind of small wall out there to see it a little bit from the distance, if this looks good or if this looks boring. Can I see this house from here? Yeah, I'm able to see this, so I could create some kind of small wall to check it from the distance if it would look amazing or if it looks just boring or strange. Okay. So yeah, these oh, what these long these long dark videos are pretty cool. And while I was recording this, what am I doing here? I have no idea what I'm doing. I need to get closer to the skeleton. While I was recording the Long Dark and Take on Mars and Spin Tires, and of course, Kerbal Space Program on Wings is back. Finally it's back, and I'm about to finish the first version of my asteroid station. So I think I will just install a few more pieces, and then the asteroid station is finished. And yeah, I noticed that recording or creating Kerbal Space Program and especially Kerbal Space Program on Wings episodes is pretty okay, so much about my shovel. It's pretty time consuming compared to creating any other uh, Let's Play series, because, well, especially in um, Kerbal Space Program, you have to often set up maneuver nodes, create new rockets, new spacecrafts, and, well, the whole creation or building process and assembly process and engineering is pretty time consuming. And even launching, if you're familiar with my Kerbal Space Program on Wing series, then you're aware that I mostly do a time lapse for the time when I perform a rocket launch, so that it's not so boring and that you don't, whoa, a strange glitch in the textures. Okay, I like now to okay, this would almost look like a no. I have to remove this once again. I want to remove a little bit of the dirt. Okay, and then maybe like this, and then there would be a window. Okay, now let's hurry back home because the sun is already setting. And yeah, so it takes a lot of time working on each episode compared to the actual time you have, or the resulting episode. So creating okay, it's a little bit too dark to really say or to really decide if this is looking good or not. It's pretty grayish right now, but it's more the problem that we have sunset, so I have to check it in the next episode if this looks good, or if I have to find a different material to create the outside of my house. But yeah, we can see this from the distance. This is pretty cool. Currently, it looks almost like a ruin, like some kind of old castle, like an abandoned castle, and only a few walls are left. This is pretty cool. But I really like to create my house up there, and we can even see this from here. This is cool. This is pretty cool. Okay, and here, so we are suddenly at the end of this episode of Coffee Break in Minecraft, and oh, I do have some iron. This is good. No, over here, because I need a new shovel. And so yeah, I noticed that creating not Coffee Break things Kerbal Space Program episodes is pretty time consuming, and well, this is not bad, but well, I really noticed this as I was recording so many different games over the last 2 days. And yeah, so Kerbal Space Program, really time consuming. And with this, I like to thank you for watching. I hope you liked this, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode when we continue building something, when we continue talking about different things going on. And yeah, in this case, thank you so much for watching. My name is Sebbi. Until next time, see you!